This is Dead Serious, a show about short horror stories worthy of discussion. I'm Dead Pallid, and it's Halloween month, caterpillars. Today we're taking a look at SCP-1857, Cultist Skull. It's Cultist Skull, it's right in between Corrosive Corpse and Playing Chicken. I think Cultist Skull won out in my mind, because it reminded me of that weird skull thing. The antler thing from Fallout. And that endeared me to this, and then I clicked on it, and then I saw the picture of the cultist skull itself, and I was like, yeah, I'm about reading this, so let's get into it. Item number SCP-1857, Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1857 is stored in a dedicated, hermetically sealed containment chamber. Surveillance of SCP-1857 may be performed only through indirect means, and all personnel involved in the containment or research of SCP-1857 must undergo mandatory weekly psychiatric evaluations. Personnel found to have been affected by SCP-1857 are to be quarantined under standard memetic hazard isolation procedures and administered Class A amnesiac. Now, I've tried to look into it, but it looks like there's a good amount of work behind figuring out what the different classes of amnesiacs are, and it's not entirely clear to me if there is actually a laid out canon of what these different amnesiacs do and what the side effects are. So if someone can give me some more concrete information on that, I know I have a number of listeners that are obviously a lot more influential and knowledgeable in the SCP community. If you could point that out to me, that'd be great. But overall, this is a pretty standard run-of-the-mill opening. There's not too much that we can say about the containment procedure that is entirely unique. This is pretty cut and dry. Description: SCP-1857 is a deformed human skull with what appears to be horns extending from its forehead. Let the legend come back to life, Big Boss. It's like the skull of Punished Snake. The letter CMXIII are engraved into the serif font on its back, and a universal Sirius bus USB port is located at the base. X-ray photography has shown no wiring attached to this port, nor the presence of any other metallic components. Bit of a sidebar, but there's always this frustration that artists have early on of just like, man, why does it have to be so hard to render stuff? And then you see things like Ghost in the Shell and the ability to just plug into computers and be cyberized, and it makes you think of what a post-effort in art society would look like, where skill is not a prerequisite. You can render anything however you want. What will be merited then is a big question I've always had. But that's a philosophical question completely unrelated to this. It just got my mind going there. And hell, we know that people tune into this to just listen to me talk, so there you go. In terms of what is going on here, the CMXIII, I'm assuming, is Roman numerals, and the universal serial bus being put into the back of this deformed human skull, I think is an interesting proposition with this universal serial bus not plugging into anything in reality, just plugging into a port. Let's see what happens when you plug something into it, or what happens next in this procedural weird thing we call SCP. When directly observed, objects report seeing writing in blood in the language they are most familiar and or comfortable with, though indirect observation via photography or closed-circuit video does not corroborate this. Subjects report that the writing on SCP-1857 most often takes the form of insults directed at the reader, though the exact wording is often laden with spelling and grammar errors. This text reportedly changes when unobserved, often in such a way as to suggest that SCP-1857 is aware of its surroundings. So SCP-1857 is an internet shitposting troll with grammatical errors and insults. I like this thing. I could be friends with this skull. I would start a cult around this skull or worship this skull in a cult, alternatively. But rereading this paragraph again, I'm not entirely sure where the writing in the blood language is supposed to show up. If it's supposed to show up on the skull or in the walls of the observation area, wherever the skull is, that is a question that is plaguing my mind at this moment. Subjects exposed to SCP-1857 for extended periods of time often exhibit increased aggression and anger, and a small number of subjects, particularly those of redacted ancestry, are prone to entering a comatose state when exposed to SCP-1857 for periods of exceeding 15 minutes. Furthermore, affected subjects often exhibit increased levels of interest in mythical or supernatural entities and the occult that increase with time. So this thing appears to have more of an effect on people of a certain race or a certain background, being from a certain country. That is really interesting. Okay. And it makes people develop cult-like ideation, I guess? Alright. When SCP-1857 is connected to a USB cable, via a USB cable, to a personal computer running a Windows operating system, a removable storage disk device will load and a software program contained on that device is automatically run. File system analysis of the device shows a capacity of 0 bytes despite the presence of 2 files, autorun.inf and cm13.exe, both of which report as 0 bytes in size as well. 2 programs, 0 bytes, but that's impossible. Addendum 1857-01 Research Report cm13.exe Data expunged, so no information on that. Addendum 1857-02 Incident Report redacted 13. So 2013. The following terminal log was recorded from the personal computer of Dr. Redacted, senior researcher assigned to SCP-1857. Login as Redacted, Foundation OS, version 11.3 final. Using keyboard interactive authentication, password redacted, last login, redacted, bunch of redacteds, 2013 from Redacted, all access to Foundation system is logged. Hello, Redacted, warning, all personnel experimenting with SCP-1857 are required to undergo full psychiatric evaluation following experiment procedures. Please log off and notify your supervisor immediately. Redacted at Site 474, exclamation point, money sign, access for plan, data expunged. Redacted at Site 474, exclamation point, money sign, access map of land, dash error, command not found, and then the at 74 again, access map of realm, error, command not found, access map of kingdom, error, command not found. Redacted, please report to Redacted for immediate psychiatric evaluation. Your supervisor has been automatically notified of this incident. At Site 74. Why do I keep getting that wrong? I am hella dyslexic. Give me the damn map. Error. Command not found. System message. Multiple command lines have been logged. Do you require assistance? No, of course not. System message. Does the black moon howl? Yes, the black moon howls, and its baying draws forth the hounds of the end. All shall burn, and the black fires of the Jof Taruf. So it seems as though they have connected the operating system to whatever's running the operating system to the cultist skull, and the result is this person is being inducted into a cult of Jof Taruf. System message. Security alert. Memetic trigger challenge. Response. Failure detected. System message. Emergency lockdown has been initiated for Site 74. System message. Redacted has been compromised by critical exposure to Euclid class object SCP-1857. All personnel report immediately to secure lockdown areas. At Site 74, traitorous box. Error connection has been terminated. Addendum 1857-03 Research Note. The following documents attached to SCP-1857 at the time of discovery have been released from quarantine following negative results from memetic hazard testing. I love the concept of memetic hazard testing because that's like assessing whether something is an eldritch abomination, able to cause someone to go insane just by looking at it. Cult Maker XIII. Copyright 2012. Diabolism Incorporated. Form your own cult using the Cult Maker series. Ever dreamed of leading your own cult? With Cult Maker, those dreams can become a reality. Even if you know nothing about occult worship, create your own occult icons, attract followers, and develop foul rituals with an easy-to-use editor. The Cult Maker series is a powerful yet easy to learn. Is powerful yet easy to learn, making it perfect for beginners and experts alike. Unleash the power of Cult Maker today. Limited Founders Edition, number 3 of 25. And then we have another note here. Hey, Mike, hey, sorry it's late, but this is what I have so far. Sorry about the spelling shit. I'm busy and haven't had time to edit it yet. Jake. Field personnel have been notified of the possibility of additional uncontained instances of SCP-1857. So there's a lot of information going on in this one, and I'm not sure that it entirely makes sense, but maybe it does. So here's the thing. It's doing the writing stuff in blood that is insulting, and then also it's supposed to create cults. And it seems to be able to do both of those things. I'm not sure why it would go out of its way to write insulting things to people, and why it might be more effective on people of certain ancestry. That is perplexing to me. But overall, an enjoyable read, a nice set of 25 cult-making skulls. I think that's a pretty neat concept written by a company that's dedicated to occult worship. Now, if you enjoyed that, consider helping out the community and supporting my channel. You can support the community by conversing in the comments below, going to 2spooky.com for original horror stories, and trying your hand at short horror yourself. You can support me by subscribing to the channel, following me on the social media links down below in the description, and pledging to my Patreon, which is also down below. Thank you so much for your time, and now on to our sponsor and this non-moment in time, which is Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers. Hard, angular suppositories made of candy and sugar. I got nothing.